Here we are in our SSH client. I'm going to connect to the NAT1 instance using the EC2 user account. SSH EC2-user at, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in the elastic IP. Now remember, we locked down the NAT instance's security group to allow SSH only from one IP address, so this is about as secure as we're going to make this. Go ahead and accept the key here, and boom, we are in. Now in order to SSH to our DB1 instance, we have to have the private key we specified when we created the DB1 instance. So what I like to do is I like to open up my private key in a text editor. I'm going to go ahead and select this whole thing and copy it to my clipboard. Now I'm going to go back to my session here, and I'm going to type nano ccnet keypair.pim, and I'm just going to go ahead and paste my key into this little text editor here. Hit Control X to save it. Yes, I want to save it. Save it as ccnet keypair.pim. By the way, in case you're wondering, by the time you watch this, this key will have been revoked. Now, in order for the SSH client to let me use this key, I need to change its permissions. chmod go-rw, which is group and other, and I'm removing the read and write access from that. And I'm going to go ahead and put the file name here, ccnet keypair.pim. This ensures that only this user account, which I'm currently logged in under, has read access to this key. Okay, we're finally ready to SSH to DB1. We'll do SSH EC2-user at 10.2.2.41, and I need to specify the key here. Do we want to continue connecting? Yes. And we're in. Now, are you ready to have some fun? Let's do a curl ifconfig.co and look at this awesomeness. That's the NAT instance's elastic IP. So we know for sure NAT is working. Okay, so now that we have internet access on DB1, it's time to go ahead and bring up a database for our web application to use. And I've made this part really easy. We're going to pull down a pre-configured WordPress database using Docker. Yep, our web application is just WordPress. Now, if you want to follow along here, you can, but you don't have to. I'm going to do this just to demonstrate that everything does in fact work. Sudo docker run. We're going to name this container db1 without the space, and I'm going to map the MySQL port into the container. That's TCP port 3306. Daemonize it so that it continues to run, it doesn't stop, and the image name is BenPiper/AWS-DB1. Now this is going to take a little while to download, so while that's downloading, let's go ahead and open another shell to the www1 instance. And we're going to use Docker to download a pre-configured WordPress image. Sudo docker run, we'll name this one www1, and we're going to map port 80 into the container. The image name here is BenPiper/AWS-www1. Now, this is going to take a little while to download, just like the other one. While we're waiting, let's go back to our browser. Here in the browser, I'm going to go ahead and paste in the elastic IP of the www1 instance. And after a few seconds, we arrive at the WordPress installation screen. Let's go down here, click continue, and set this up before someone else comes along and does it for us.